5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.
Whoa! Welcome! Little LJ for you. Born from Newburgh. Paul McCartney's friend and guitarist. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday, friends, Romans, and countrymen. Bring me your beers. I come not to drink them, but to give them to my friends. Cheers, everybody. Well, happy Friday. We are full of all kinds of fun-packed, weird news. Got a great guest on. We've just got it going on. Mandy's in the house. The Twisted Ginger herself is primed for action, I can tell you, man. She's just ready to kick some ass. I have a great guest from up north, up on the cold winter snows of Canada. Great guy, very talented, written a lot of songs. And I came across him when I was out hunting for new bands. And he's a good songwriter, and that's the bottom line. And so he'll be joining us in just a few minutes. I'm going to keep my, I'm going to try to give you the best news I can, and I'm going to leave it at that. I've already annoyed people with my politics earlier, so we will not talk that way. But here's some bad, shitty news. The wildfire, in worst Texas wildfire in history scorches ranches and shuts highways. Hot weather is a warning as the blaze spreads and Amarillo sky turns orange. Bad stuff. Really sad to hear that. Here's a thing. Tell me if this makes sense to you. Obesity overtakes hunger as the biggest threat to world health. 1 billion in a weight battle. Yeah, they're all down in, I better not say it, God forbid I'll have a bunch of outraged people, at least 3 of them anyway. The World Health Organization says drugs won't solve the problem. Well, no shit. I don't even have to comment. You know what? If you're really, look, some people are built big. They're never going to lose weight and look like a 90-pound gymnast in a bikini. But if you really think taking Ozempic and shit like that's going to get you sorted out, that's like saying drinking beer on every other day is going to get you sober. It's just not going to happen, and it won't work. It does all kinds of bad things to you. Anyway, I think it's weird. We got the biggest bunch of fat people in the world. We want to give them drugs that kill them. It's just too weird. And let's see. Another good news. The $40 martini is in. So all the things I won't be doing in the near future. I'm on the road next week. Maybe I'll see if Gina, you going to buy me a 40? I don't even drink, so I'd have to get it and give it to somebody. What's the fun of that? Okay, I'm not going there. This is all political stuff. We're going to leave this behind. Big news, RuPaul is braced for conflict. Fucking go Ru. Ooh, that's what my Malamute used to say. It sounded like Scooby-Doo. The world's first jet suit race is happening. Now, that is something I could talk about. And with that, I got to bring on my sidekick and Malik Davis. We are on the air. God almighty, I got to turn the phone off. What in the hell, man? Okay, it's time to bring her on. Jesus Christ.
Laughing my ass off. I'm laughing my ass off. I'm laughing my ass off.
It's one of our friends, too, who knows that every Friday at 4 o'clock we're here yabbering and jabbering.
I heard. Oh yeah, I heard. That's exactly why I'm laughing. Because you're being punked, my bro.
You know what? I'm getting, there's some bad mojo in the air. I don't know, but it's Friday. So
This week has kicked my ass. Like,
Yeah.
I usually don't, put up the white flag, but this week there's something up, so everyone who's experiencing, look, even Neil, he just got sucked right into the black freaking hole of whatever's going on right now. But if you do feel like the world is just like discombobulated and just a whirlwind of you're right, but you're not in there alone. So yeah, that's what it is. And hopefully Neil will magically appear because yeah, that's bananas. Otherwise, let's see. Whoa. Oh, hey, Wolf, you're here. At least we could get started. Holy crap.
All right.
All right, because I don't know where the heck. It's Scientologists, Scientologists. Once again. Yeah. Well, who knows where Neil went, but he'll be back, But
Yeah.
let's pretend that we don't know who you are. Can you tell everyone who you are? What you do, what you
Yeah.
want to talk about?
Yes, my name is Wolf Milestone from Brampton, Ontario, Canada. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I've traveled pretty much around the world so far, and I want to keep doing that and producing more songs for everybody to enjoy, to hear my songs that I've written, and I hope we can have a good time today.
Nice. Now, how's everything going up there? You're our neighbors to the north,
Yeah.
So,
Well, today was the first day of March. No sun, or sorry, no snow. Lots of sun, and the temperatures are 10 Celsius, which is about 50 Fahrenheit right now. So it's good.
yeah, not too bad. I went to school up by the Canadian border in Potsdam, New York. So that was like up there too, and that's just like you get like the Arctic chills. You're like, yeah. All right, that's awesome. But was Neil gonna have you play some stuff?
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, there he's there. Oh, it's like he's like the wizard. Where are
Am I
you?
really loud?
No, it's just like you're not on our screen, and the voice is coming from nowhere,
I'll
like
be
you're the
back.
Wizard of Oz.
It's a
Oh,
mystery.
oh. By the time we follow the yellow brick road, he'll come out from behind his curtain. All will be well. Oh man, that's
Tap
too
your,
much.
tap your toes to Toto.
Yeah,
Back to Kansas.
exactly. So, of all the places you've traveled to, where is your favorite? Do you have a favorite or a bunch of favorites or?
Well, Nashville was one of my favorites for the longest time. I'm
Uh huh.
sure. I'm sure for every uh, artist out there looking for some recognition or exposure. But
Hmm.
the last few years, Atlanta, Georgia, has really captured my heart with ISIS,
Nice.
Singer Songwriters Association.
Uh huh.
And this last past August, there in 2023, I was fortunate to win 2 awards for
Oh,
band.
congratulations.
Thank you,
Nice.
for band single of the year
Hmm.
and band songwriter.
Nice. Nice.
So a lot of my attention now is pretty much focused on Atlanta, Georgia.
Hmm. That's nice. It's good to find that home spot. It's
Yeah,
like that little ball of light. You need to find that little glimmer, and then that's where it grows. And
exactly.
yeah. And a lot of people who aren't in it don't understand. They're like, "Oh, this happened overnight." No, it didn't. It probably happened like you have to find that little glimmer of hope, and you're like, "This is the spot." And it's like it's like starting a fire. You're like, whoosh.
Yeah. Well, I know they always say, well, time takes forever, but after a while, it just you get discouraged, which I did, a few years ago, and because you think you're trying your best, but it's never your best because there's somebody right behind you is going to be catching up to you and move ahead of you. So you got to, keep on track and try to do the best you can.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And sometimes, like, I find that if you just can, like, focus on what's in front of you, then it's like and trust in the process, you're sometimes just better off. And then just like, let the process do its job. Be the best you can be.
Well, after all these years, finally, I'm getting more recognition now than ever before. And
Nice.
like my mother always told me, she said, son, things aren't going to come to you. You have to go get it.
Yeah.
And that's been embedded in my mind since I was a child, back a long, long time ago.
Yeah. Nice. Hey, you're back. Yeah, there he is.
Me?
He's back. He's back from the black hole.
What Mandy, but
oh, really?
Damn, edit mic settings for Mandy. She's here, but
yeah,
nothing popping. God, I'm gonna choke our friend. He just like knocked the whole thing off.
Really? Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Wolf, I've been enjoying it. Mandy, carry on, man. I'm gonna try and figure out. Since you guys are talking, I'm gonna figure out why I can't hear you.
Yeah, I thought you were punking me. I thought you're
I usually hear you great.
Well, Wolf, you can hear me, right? No, Wolf, can you hear me?
Yes, well, I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, and I can hear Wolf loud and clear. Can you hear either of us?
No.
No, he can't hear either one of us.
Remove from stage, bring her back on, add to stage. Check. Yes.
You can do it.
Fucking A. I love it when a plan comes together. That was like I was caught in a loop of time and space. Vortex, if you will.
Oh my God.
It's a very scary place. Oh my God, might have to take some drugs. Oh, get this guy on the air. Wow. You know what? Well, if you're the nicest guy, I just heard what you were saying, and I want you to continue because I agree with you about people. You've gone down to ISSA, and I can tell you're heading that way, talking about that organization.
Yeah.
There's just so many people, like you said, who are out there working. And, Mandy, how many people have we had for guests from ISSA that are like,
yeah,
a bunch. I mean,
a lot.
I've got a lot of friends in ISSA. And I have yet to make it down there. And I'm hoping that this summer, when I'm on the road, it kind of corresponds. If it's within a couple of days, I'm definitely going to go. Or who knows, maybe if they nominate us Radio Station of the Year, we'll all go.
I'll vote.
You're hilarious.
That's how I like to do it. I just say walk in there like we own the damn joint. It's the Opry, for Christ's sakes. That's like, I'll raise my Coca-Cola to that. We're going to Opry, baby. Bring the cool dude too. We'll get him a cowboy hat. He'll be rocking and rolling, man.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to your son, by the way.
Oh, it's not until the 24th. It's
okay.
I it
was like tonight he was going out.
No,
taking him out to this.
No, it's just like it's March, and I'm just already thinking about his birthday, what it is that we're gonna be doing at the end of the month.
Sure.
He's turning 10, so it's a decade.
It's great to be 10. Woo, man, to be 10 again.
Yeah, I know. Huge party going on.
Yeah, that's good, man. I remember being 10. That was a good time of life,
Yeah.
Definitely. So Wolf, what got you started in this whole thing? Way back. I'm going to go through the biographical info at the top, and then I don't know. We'll take a turn somewhere.
Well, again, it's not a cliche. It's just something that happened to me within, my childhood growing up. As my mother, she played the piano, and eventually, as I was getting older, she taught me the skills of harmony and how to really listen to music and how to get it out, to project it. So then I started singing in the church choir. And then, of course, start singing at the school choir. And then after a couple of years of singing in both choirs, both my music instructors said, we don't want you in the background anymore. And I went, but I love singing. And they said, no, we know you love singing. That's why we're going to put you up front.
All right.
I just said to myself, really? So that was a really rewarding experience.
Were you scared the first time getting up at the mic solo?
Uh, no, because
You had enough. Doing the choir had prepared you, so
yeah,
to speak. You were ready. My first time was like being a virgin who was like on his prom night. It was horrible. I had to get up. It was a weird situation. I had to go up and sing on a microphone because my guitar player buddy wanted to make me uncomfortable. But I did it. But I just looked like such a dork, you know. I didn't have any of the mojo I've got behind my drum kit. Took me years to develop into this hyperactive person I am now. Anyway, the drugs keep everything calm, you know, most of the time. But sometimes I try to contain myself and then I escape. I chase the rat with the we got a squirrel here that likes pizza. I chase him up the roof, steal it back, you know. Anyhow, I digress. Sometimes you just got to roll with it. So when you were, how old were you when you first started singing solo?
just around 7. Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
And that was at the church choir. That was a real a rewarding experience. And of course, my parents were so proud of their son being up there, and
I bet.
wearing the black and white and singing from the heart. And
Absolutely.
so,
My daughter sang and she played Annie when she was 5 years old, which blew me away.
wow.
I remember sitting in the front row, and I had gone down there and hooked him up with wireless mics and a PA. The band leader loved me, man. I'm like, what do you need? He goes, if you could bring me 2 microphones, wireless headsets. I'm like, how many dancers you got? He's like, 8. I'm like, you got them all. It was great. And then I was working so hard the first part of the week doing sound and making sure the kids' batteries were on, and, chaos. But then the last night I got to sit in the front row. And I'm looking up and I see my daughter singing away, and it blew my shit away. It just made me go, wow, I cannot believe she's doing this. Like, where the hell did this come from, And this lady behind me goes, she's singing with a tape. Man, I heard that shit. I just was like, turned around. I said, I assure you, I am her dad, and that is not a tape.
Yeah.
The old crone, buzz off. Man, I still, when I think back, it really was. I gave her the death grab.
Yeah, not cool.
We're not buying your goodies at the bake sale.
You know what though? That's it. I'll tell you. That's a funny concept that people who have been in music a long time, okay?
Yeah.
And Wolf, I'm sure you've had this too. There's always like that parent of a friend, or like a wife of a friend, or a girlfriend of
There's
or
always
like
going to be some
someone
person.
who's like, someone who's like in the background, like, they're not as good as they think they are, or whatever the hell, you know what I'm saying? And you're just like, what the hell,
Especially when it regards like young people. I'm always amazed. Like my daughter was in what do you call it? She was a cheerleader, my other daughter. And you hear these people catcalling. My daughter didn't get on the thing. Yeah, she's ugly. I'm like sitting there in the stands going, man, they're all beautiful kids. Where the hell does that come from?
Oh my God.
Like I bet I hate to say it, but some people go to church or like that until, everybody gets out and they're like, I got my Beamer and you got nothing. I'm bad to the bone. I see them at the pub on Friday or Saturday night, drunk out of their mind, and they'll be at church on Sunday. I don't know. I like people who are just real. If they are, if you party, be honest, be real, whatever you are. If you're a good Christian, act like it. 10 commandments aren't that hard, and I'm not even a Christian particularly. I kind of have raised that way and believe all the, can I say I'm not some god-awful heathen off the plains. I don't know. I'm kind to people. I think my ethics and all of our ethics and values are founded and reasoned upon by many things, culture around you or lack thereof. Like the Irish kid up the street, an Irish Catholic and an Irish Protestant. 6 kids, and you know what they did when it was cold out? They were both wicked alcoholics. They drank bourbon like I do. They drank more than I probably did. And they fought, and they'd make up. Then they'd fight. I never saw anything like this. And I was in their house once on a Saturday morning watching cartoons. And all of a sudden, a shot glass went right through the front living room window, the big plate glass right there on the street in our little town.
Yikes.
I knew that I should not raise my head for a moment. Keep
Yeah,
down, keep
yeah,
quiet,
yeah.
not uninterested.
Duck.
Nothing happened.
Yeah,
We all kind of sprayed downstairs where the drum kit was, and,
yeah.
but they were some crazy people. I don't know. I don't know how I digressed down that hallway, but sometimes it wanders the
But here
path.
you are.
Here we are. How long is so you're north of Toronto, you said, right? On the lake.
Yeah, northwest of Toronto, about half an hour.
And where did you grow up?
In a little town called Holland Landing, just north of Toronto, which is about 60 miles north of GTH, Greater Toronto Area. And then we left there when I was 7 years old. Come to the country because my dad was a truck driver.
Oh, okay, I thought it was because of your music career. You were blowing up and heading to New York next. No, I'm kidding.
But getting back to that little story you guys were talking about, I remember one time when I was, around 9 years old, and I was singing in the school choir, and this woman was nickering. Oh, that kid, who does he think he is? He's no better than anybody else. And my mother turned around to her and she said, "Well, what are you doing here? Why don't you get up there?"
Good mom.
Yeah.
Right on.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Moms,
That's right. You don't mess with mom. You don't mess with the mom's baby.
Especially with my mother.
God almighty.
My mother is Irish. My mother is Irish.
Oh. Were you a redheaded guy?
No. We were all blonde because our father is German.
Oh, man. So did Dad have a strict routine for you?
So we all have, back then we all had blonde hair and blue eyes.
You were a handsome man too, I must say.
Well,
I don't mean that as we all say, straight guys, not in a gay way or anything, but you look like a rocker. I mean, he's got the look, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I mean,
thank you.
You can tell he's a musician.
That's right.
You're out wandering around, you can tell he's not really a civilian.
Over the years, I've taken care of myself. Now, jokingly, like sometimes you're talking about the drug scene, stuff like that. Over the years, I've seen so many things happen with guys that went overboard with the drugs, and some of them are gone now, and some of them can hardly walk or talk. Mm-hmm. They're all retired. I'm not saying I was a perfect angel, but I didn't let anything like that overrule me, because Mom always said, "You control yourself. Drugs don't control you." Absolutely. And my mother, she was a philosopher. And my dad was also a great instructor, like a mentor, my teacher. And I over the years, I listened to them all the time. And being the oldest of 5 kids, I had a lot of responsibilities too, helping mom.
Absolutely, that's a tough
dishes,
gig, man.
Feeding kids, changing diapers and blah blah blah.
The whole birth order thing. That's amazing.
And my mother never had to ask us twice to do anything, especially me. That's my mother. Sure. Whatever you want, Mom, I'll do it.
Not to it, right?
Yeah.
Right. I was an only child in an Italian household, so my mom didn't get the message that I was supposed to be the king, the boy king. No. She believed in a spatula. And let me tell you, I did too. It only had to happen once or twice, although she might guess the number, but my mom could get you with a shoe if she wanted. It was deadly. She should have been like a pitcher. If she wanted, she'd nail you with a shoe or a flipper. Donk. It contributed to my future problems in life. I don't know, but I'm kidding. My mom never beat me like, anything like that. She'd might give me a cuff if I said something. Like, there's a couple times I said something I shouldn't have, and I had to eat a bar of soap.
Oh boy.
That was, I think now if you did that to somebody, they'd probably have, Child Protective Services banging on the door. Yeah. They'd be like, the guy next door, that crazy drummer, he's washing his son's mouth out. Well, what did he say? He called somebody a fucking asshole. Well, where did he pick that up? I'm appalled. My God, how could he ever say such words? Now, I have a son too. So, he is great. He's 6'4", and so I better say he's great. That's all I can tell you. Boy can eat a pack of hot dogs at one sitting. It's like, holy shit, man. He's big old. It's like he's a horse. You know, you could feed him up, put him out in the stable, you know, lasso him to the rail. He's a great kid, though. And we all, I'm sure. Do you have any children, Wolf?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. 2 boys and 3 girls.
All right. 2 boys
Yeah.
and 2 girls. Wow. I have 2 girls. And I don't know about you, but the first time as they were getting older that they went from being this beautiful young fruit of my loins into this screaming, freaking maniacal young lady over something like, I don't know. Just it was something I'm a guy, you know. I don't think of things like women do, and sometimes being a dad, I didn't maybe up to the bar, but those times I tell them to call my mom. Call grandma; she can sort these things out for you. Huh? You know, Ma, you got an emergency call coming in. Please deal with this. Like, but I love them to death, and they're great. I think it's. How about your kids? How many of them play music?
No, one of them.
Not a one. Holy
I
cow.
think it must have skipped a generation.
Right. It was a different head growing up.
Yeah.
What's the age range like?
Well, the youngest is probably 30 and the oldest is 48 now.
Okay. Are
Yeah.
you planning on having any more children like Mick
Oh,
Jagger?
no.
As you,
No, those days are all over now. So.
well, I hope so too, or I'll be having a very interesting conversation with my surgeon, you know. Got to tell you, I'll be calling him up, man. I hate to tell you, dude, but I've been waiting for this for years. We got to talk cash. I'll make you a cash settlement. Let's keep the lawyer out of it. No, I'm kidding.
I have one granddaughter that from one of my daughters. She had a child, Chantel May, and she is the apple of my eye, the pride of my joy. She sings.
I bet.
Now that generation, she's really up there. She's at that next level now, so she's gonna get there. Yeah,
that's great. You know, my granddaughter also is the apple of my eye, and she's out taking piano lessons. And I'm doing my chat thing like we're doing. She's like, I'm gonna play music with Papa. And I love it. It just makes me feel really good. I'm like, I want to play with her so bad, just do some jamming. And my other grandchild plays bass, so he can come along and play bass. We'll have a whole band. They'll be like, well, we're gonna have to kill off Dad to get all the equipment. We're going on the road.
Well, I can honestly say, and I'm proud to say it, like my granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter, like I say, she really took a liking to me with the singing because she was more interested with the chords and like how to sing, and so I gave her her first guitar when she was 8 years old. She's now 30. She sings, she writes,
that's excellent.
Oh, I know. So
that's such a good feeling.
Yeah.
Nice.
It makes me feel good knowing that there's other people whose kids are creative and stuff, and I know they're out there. I see all these young bands coming up.
Yeah.
They crack me up watching them. I see so much of myself.
If you get a chance, look up Chantel with an H, or sorry, S, Chantel May, May, on Facebook.
I'm going to do that right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to write it down.
She's a beautiful
on Facebook.
Yeah.
FB.
And she sings and writes, and she says, "Grandpa, I love you so much. You gave me the inspiration, and you taught me so many things, and
that's really good. You know what? You're a good grandpa.
Oh, that's so cute.
Listen, we're gonna have to take a quick break. It'll be short and sweet, I promise you.
Yeah.
Maybe not short enough, but we have to. The people who buy ads, they get their money's worth. I will always make sure they're played. My guy Carlton here, I had to call him and say, I'll see you in 2 weeks because I'm going down south. But Carlton Wilkinson here, peeps. Available wherever Carlton Wilkinson CDs are sold. Come on, Carl.
There's some changes headed, like the Gulf Stream rising, like some gale that's been blowing off this wild bird island shore. And I can't say where, and I don't know when, but some old door's been opened in the restless shade. Poor man sagging cigarette
I'm Neil from Live with Neve. We have an exciting connection for our veterans, country music fans, and there is something for everyone. Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. That's right, we've partnered with Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. See you soon.
Hi, this is Leland Sklar, and I am hanging with Neve, and I am having the best time of my life.
Live with Neve Fridays on the East Coast from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
And I'm having the best time of my life too. How about you?
Yep.
Oh yeah, right on, man, right on. So, you want to play some music?
Sure, I can do that right now.
I can jabber all day, but nobody wants to hear that crap.
Nope.
They don't. What am I doing here anyway? My therapist suggested it. Speaking of that, Richard Smith passed away. Funny comedian, really funny guy from my generation, and sad for all fans. I hope hope he's happy wherever he's at. Good guy, good comedian. He was a little before your age. All of us old people know about that stuff. I'm an old Grady bastard, Any rate, Richard, wherever you're at, here's hats off to you. So what are you going to play for us?
Well, this is the first, well, not the first song, but this is my first #1 song from the year 1999, and it's called "Where My Truck Stops." And
All right.
I was writing that song. I was driving along, and I had this melody in my head, and I thought I got to start writing this down. So this was what my first #1. So something like this. Yeah. Well, I'm traveling down the highway, I don't know where. I no set direction, I just don't care where my truck stops. I'll call home. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. Well, I packed up my life in this little pickup truck. I left behind memories of my bad luck. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. And the wheels on my truck just keep on rolling. As far as I can, I'll keep on going. The taillights in my mirror, the white lines up ahead. The wheels on my truck just keep on rolling. Well, a hard driving woman you've always been. You drove me to hell and back again. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. Well, I'm leaving east and I'm heading west. The further from you will be the best. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. Where my truck stops, I'll call home. Oh yeah, and the wheels on my truck just keep on rolling. As far as I can, I'll keep on going. The taillights in my mirror, the white lines up ahead. The wheels on my truck just keep on rolling. Where my truck stops, where my truck stops, where my truck stops.
All right, man. Excellent. Very nice.
Nice.
Right? Hang on, I'll get us all back in the room here, wherever we are. Here we go. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want my big face there. That's weird. We can't look at that.
Ego much?
You gotta do something different. That's much better. I like this
There
more
we
equal
go.
opportunity viewing experience, Hi, Annie. I think my lady friend has arrived. Honey? That's the hit guy with the silencer. He's creeping up the stairs.
Oh.
I live out in New Jersey. You never know what kind of trouble I could be in. I cut somebody off on the parkway. So that's a great tune, man. Full of hooks. Just really, that's a cool tune. That's the thing that I liked about it is the lyrics. You know, you have just it tells a story. It's a simple story,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's as old as sin and good sin at that. I mean, what can I tell you? That's been writing good country out of just a few chords. It's like how many times the Rolling Stones, not that they're country, but actually when they went country, they sounded pretty good. When, you know, they did the Let It Bleed album, and they
Yeah.
had the acoustic, the acoustic version of Honky Tonk Woman is Honky Stomp, I think they call it. And it's a different version. They played it and they made it country as Corn, man. This is like Georgia ice cream, you know. I mean, good stuff. So you want to play another tune? I mean, we've got about, let's see. What I did is I put all the ads into one big swoop so we can just roll out of here and have some fun until, you know.
Roll out.
Roll out. And,
Rolling down a highway.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
Well, anyways,
don't worry, we got the camera hidden.
So with the ISIS award there last year, I've been submitting songs to them for the last, I don't know, since 2017. You know, then after all these years, they finally said, you know, we kind of like that song that you wrote, and you know, you should enter that into the contest. So
right.
I thought, well, maybe I'll try it again one more time. And sure enough, it worked. So I won Songwriter of the Year and the band single of the year.
Nice.
Great job. I mean, really.
Yeah, congratulations.
Applause, man. I mean,
yeah,
seriously.
when we were sitting around one night and I said to the wife, what do you hear? Because we were watching TV and she says, what do you mean, what do I hear? And I said, well, what do you hear? She goes, a lot of sirens. So I said, you know something? All those sirens, that's all you hear. I wonder what it is. Fire trucks, emergencies, police, whatever. So I wrote this song called Back to the Country. And it goes something like this.
All right.
My #1 award-winning song.
Mr. Wolf Milestone, people. He's kicking
here it live, going back to the country.
Nice.
Take me back to the country. I don't like these lights and the screaming sirens. They keep me up all night. Take me back to the country, the better way of life. Take me back to the country so I can get some rest. City life is really not for me. It's not the way I thought it would be. With all the dirty crime in the streets, I've been here long enough, now set me free. So take me back to the country, far away from here, where I can have more freedom and breathe the country air. Take me back to the country, the better way of life. Take me back to the country to share it with my wife. City life is really not for me. It's not the way I thought it would be. With all the dirty crime in the streets, I've been here long enough, now set me free. So take me back to the country. I don't like these lights and the screaming sirens. They keep me up all night. Take me back to the country, the better way of life. Take me back to the country so I can get some rest. Back to the country. Back to the country.
All right. Just very nice, short and sweet, man.
Nice.
Cool. Hang on, I'm trying to get us back into the exit solo layout. There we go. Look at that. It works like a champ. That was a nice song. You know, I don't know. I'm just sitting here with a smile on my face. It's a good song. It's got good bones, as they say. I was sitting here just tapping out the drum rhythm in my head, and it was just like, you know, doing a train track, just sitting there. And when you went down, 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 it didn't miss a click. So it was just a nice little. But that, tell me about your band.
Well, I have some really, really good guys. Like they've been with me now for, you know, the longest guy has been with me now almost 7 years. We have a lot of fun. We all sing. We all harmonize. That's the good point of our band is that we all sing and we all harmonize. So no matter what people throw at us or ask for a request, like if a nice lady would say, "Do you know this song by so and so?" And if I don't know it, well, I know one of the other guys will know it.
Sure, that's always a good thing when people are
Yeah,
asking.
yeah.
Like somebody, as
yeah.
long as one person knows it, we'll take
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So what type of songs do you like, Mandy?
Oh well, see, Twisted Ginger. I was just like, it was like
Twisted
kind of.
Ginger, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's. I was thinking about the guys in my band, Twisted Ginger, when you were saying that because two of them also sing, so three of us. Like when it's like the same thing. It's like there's certain things that we do where we all
It's
like
such
we do
a great
like.
feeling when you get that mix.
Yeah,
that blend.
yeah.
You can
That's
lean
so
into their voice
special.
if you feel. You ever notice that? Like if you feel a
yes.
little, you're getting a little hoarse at the end of the night, and you can feel them sing. You go, okay, I can back off just a hair. And it's like it's a mind thing that after a while, you all hear it. It's like the golden tone, as they say, and that.
And it just makes everything better. And it's funny because you're right, Wolf. You could totally wing it. It's like that happens all the time. You just need that one person that you're like, and you're like, and you have that inner trust, and they just pull you along, and everyone gets it by the end. You're just like, it's like.
By the end of the night, though, it's like on next week's set list. I didn't know that would be so easy.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I forgot I knew that.
I forgot about that one. Yeah, it's a good thing. I'm really impressed, man. You've had a great family life, and you're not a drunk and dying or anything, and it's a good thing. I mean, music's kind of an art that as people like us get older, it's going to get weirder for the young kids to look back. They won't know what's cool, but I guarantee you, when they do look back, they'll hear great songwriters. It's like put a bunch of little kids in a room and play weird music for them. It could be anything. It could be the tooth and throat singers. They'll be sitting there and you can tell, like, they'll make faces at it if they don't like it, but it's always interesting. I could spend a lifetime in PhD studies of what music does for the emotional responses of people. I mean, it can cool people down, can get them revved up.
It could get get you hyped up. And I've said that, like Wolf, when you said like what kind of music I like I like a little of everything, but like my favorite, like my go-tos are always gonna be like hard rock or punk. It's like I just have that that energy that just it's like
were you playing that like in your college years?
Like my band Honey Creeper, that's like where I was the songwriter, like the one that like we were around for a long time.
Your other project.
No, this is like years ago, and like and you go on these tours, and it's a lot of punk venues and DIY places.
You get to share one submarine sandwich. 7-Eleven.
Yeah, so it's like for me, it's like the music has to kind of fit the energy, and and within the band too, it's like the same sort of way, So like for me, music that really gets me going, like you were saying about getting people typed up, is like that's my scene, Like right now we're talking, but it's funny because like there have been times where people are like you're like a different person. Well, yeah, I'm like a different person because if I walked around like in your face all day. Like you'd be like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, right? Here, open your mouth and pop a couple of pills down her. Boink, doink.
Yeah.
Well, Mandy, what I do, Mandy, is I watch the audience. And if I don't see their hands tapping on the table or their foot moving or something like that, toes tapping, we're not doing a good job.
Right. Time to change it up, man. We're gonna do something else.
So I'll say to the guys, we got to change our format. Like
hook them, get their attention. A nice slap of face in the water in the face, like and you're like, oh,
absolutely,
that's right.
If you're not making them happy, they'll let you know quick, and the bartenders and everybody else will know. On the other hand, if you go in there and you get everybody riled up, I mean, I played a lot of music throughout the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and it always is the same thing. We're there to make people have a good time.
Yeah,
Buy
exactly.
a nice condo for the bar owner somewhere on the shore, and but basically we're cheap therapy. People come out.
Yeah, exactly. It's that's what it's rock and roll therapy.
Have a
Yeah,
good
that's
time. Let their,
yeah.
You could back then it wasn't like it is now, and I don't want drunk people driving all over, but they killed the bars with the driving laws. They made them so severe in many cases that 2 beers and you're going to jail. So that put a dent in things in the 80s and 90s. Mothers Against Mad Drunks, and then we had our organization, which was called Mad Drunks Against Mad Mothers. I was young. What can I tell you?
I thought it was Mothers Against Drunk Driving. MADD with 2 D's. says the school teacher. Come on now. Come on now.
We're gonna have to give you some demerits.
Listen, guys. I want to get a picture of you, okay?
Nice.
We love.
Okay, now nice big, show those pearly whites. Okay, ready? Here we go. I got it. Thank you.
Nice.
Well, I took a couple, and I'm taking a couple more while we're sitting here.
Yeah, and then you're gonna put our heads on other people's bodies.
Yeah, I
don't even want to know.
3G CGI.
Wolf is like,
I don't know.
Wolf's getting his OnlyFans started.
That's stuff. I save that for people I don't like. Put their head on a chihuahua or something, have it chasing somebody.
Yeah.
We're family. You're safe.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you, Neil, I'm having a lot more fun than I thought I was going to have, man. You guys are just awesome. You make me feel relaxed. I feel like I've known you forever because we have.
Thanks, Wolf.
Nice
to meet you.
Yeah. I'm honored, man, to have you on. Everybody that comes across and we have a good time with it's like I said, sometimes I know why I do this because I like sitting around talking smack.
I don't.
Music, meeting good people. It's just a good time. It's a good hang. I mean, that's really what life's about, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I know that most of the people in my world that I surround myself with, they all would get along really good because they're all crazy as hell, but in a good way, not the the guys peering in your window at 2 a.m. I look at a guy like that, I'm like, what are you doing?
You're like, Dad?
Your mom must be home. She's out of town. Get out of here, you bum. I mean, really. Can I tell you, I've lived in New Jersey long enough. Nothing phases us down here, really. I watch Cops, and they got people jumping across rooftops and doing all kinds of crazy shit.
Oh, yeah. It's bananas.
And they're always
bananas.
in Patterson, up by where I grew up. I'm like,
that's hilarious. Yeah.
I mean,
I used to see some sketchy stuff in upstate New York. I lived in Schenectady, and like that city, like they made a movie of like the county jail there. There's it's just like that place is like, you see so many sketchy things.
It's like the armpit of upstate, sort of like the armpit of Florida.
It's kind of like how New Jersey is to the USA. Yes, exactly.
What they don't realize, though, New Jersey kicks
Well, if I'm
ass.
from New York, I can't help it. It's just,
that's true. You are
I can't.
An interloper.
Yeah,
But we'll give it time. You haven't been here long enough.
I've been here 10 years, and I still feel like that. I'm like, how the hell did I get here? Here I am.
I think you know what? I think New Jersey's great. We've got great pizza.
Yeah.
We can drive right over the bridge into the city. Which if you're at the closest point upstate, you still got to hop a bridge.
It's true.
The Governor Cuomo Bridge. My ass.
Yeah. Overall, I'm happy here, so I can't complain.
Fucking Z and always will be the Tappan effing Z.
Yeah. Well.
I mean. Yeah. I was watching it when they were building. I was thinking, imagine the hubris. You go out and you're driving one day. You're some politician. You go, look at that. They named that bridge after my dad, and I forced it through the Senate. Well, maybe you'd spend a little more money on the veterans wandering around. You might be doing a little better use of your cash. Yeah,
that's too close to the truth, though. Like, what are they going to do with that shit?
Truth, because people get offended if you get too close to it. God forbid. Like you said,
well, that's what happened to you before. That's why you were sucked into the black hole.
The Slayer necklace. really bad. I listen to Slayer in my mom's basement. Party on, Garth. Well, it's really been fun having you too.
Thank you.
I'd love to have you and your guys sometime. Just do a 5-minute call-in from a gig or something on your phone. Because I'd love to hear that sometime. And we would make a special show time so that we could do it. We don't have to do it like live. You know, it's always live without a net. But in this, it's just a simple thing, you know. Give your wife the phone and say hello, and we'll say hello. And hell, we'll broadcast it to the millions.
Sure. Nice.
You know, you never know who's going to hear something. That's all I keep saying. I meet and hear people every day. And let me ask you to clarify this. It's pronounced Isa, like it looks.
Yes.
I feel like such a moron. I heard somebody's call it Issa, and I've been calling it that for 2 or 3 years now.
Well,
I feel like such a dork. I'm doing interviews going, yeah, my friend from Issa.
Okay, see this banner behind me?
Yeah, I see it good. The Brampton.
Yeah, I'm their representative here up in Canada.
That is cool, man.
They
You know,
chose
the
me.
Brampton was named in the Trailer Park Boys movie. We're going to come up there, man. We're going to bring
Nice.
a show up to
I'm
Brampton.
coming down to Jersey.
Yeah, you're coming down to Jersey. I'm not going up to that cold ass place.
Not this time of year, anyway.
Yeah, we'll take you to the shore. We'll have a good time.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, there's so many people down there that have been, close to me now over the years that I've got to make it down there. And now you guys are just added to my list.
Absolutely.
People to see when I go down.
We will
Nice.
definitely hang and show you the shore. And, you know, it's a good time.
Yeah.
Good time down here. And you'll get the best pizza. You guys ain't got shit for pizza in Canada. Trust me, I know. They got that Fugazi pizza. No.
It's a
Every time I go
fugazi.
up there, I'd be like, what is
What's
this?
the
shit?
matter,
It's got
you?
It's a
ketchup on it.
fugazi.
Hey.
No.
Seriously, come on, Neil. What kind of Italian are you saying that without going
Oh,
like
my
this?
God.
Let's go.
Get your
Let's go.
slice
Fangul, fangul.
Well, everybody, thank you for watching. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Wolf, where do they find your CDs and stuff? Wherever Wolf Milestone CDs are sold?
WWF wolfmilestone.com. Everything is there. All my songs are on all platforms. I'm available 24/7.
Well, we'll make sure we send
Nice.
some of the people who call us at weird hours. We'll send them your way. You can vet the process for. You'll be our new call screener.
I just tell them that I know Mandy and Neve.
Nice.
Right on. Hey, thank you so much. And I'm going to try and get us some new theme music here to get out with. This is an old intro. That's a new intro. That's an old intro that'll never be seen again because it's got to go. But see you, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, that wasn't it. What the hell is it? We'll go with the
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.